My name is Ron Gore. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and behind me is a Heinkel HE-111. The nickname of the airplane was called the Blitz Bomber. It did fight in the Battle of Britain, but when it went up against the Spitfires and Hurricanes of the British, a lot of them were shot down during the daylight raids. So Germany switched to nighttime bombing with the Heinkel. We acquired it from the people that made the movie The Battle of Britain. They originally bought the airplane from the Spanish Air Force, and then it was donated to the Confederate Air Force after they made the movie The Battle of Britain. And we've had it ever since and restored the aircraft. This airplane was built in Spain right after World War II. There were no German engines available, so the Spanish put Rolls-Royce Merlin engines on, same engine that powered the P-51 Mustang and the Spitfire. The original bomber version only had a single pilot, so there was only half of an instrument panel up there and no control yoke or rudder pedals on the right-hand side. And you can see how the nose is offset to the right of the airplane. It's offset so the pilot in the left seat there had a clear vision ahead of him.
Here's the HE-111, first time ever at Wings of Eagles. Take a look, give a listen. Most unusual looking airplane.
On the left side of the aircraft here are the radios where the radio operator sat, and he also operated the top gun of the airplane.
It was armed with 6 machine guns and also could carry 7,100 pounds of bombs. It was a twin-engine bomber with a crew of 5, originally designed as a civilian aircraft, but actually that was just part of the deception that the Germans were carrying out of their rearmament policy in the early 30s. They made this first time back in 1936, a total of 7,300.
When this airplane was designed in 1936, it was faster than any of the fighters at that time because all the fighters at that time were biplane fighters and they weren't very fast. So when they made this airplane, they just made it as a single pilot airplane. They figured one pilot could handle all the duties of it. But when they got into World War II and they flew 5, 6, 7-hour missions with it, why, it was almost impossible for one pilot to do everything. This is the bomb bay area of the aircraft, and the most unusual thing about this is that they had a vertical drop to the bombs. They dropped out vertically, then tipped over, unlike all the American-designed aircraft, which dropped their bombs out horizontally. You're looking at the cockpit area of the airplane, and if you look over to the left side, all the controls for the engine, landing gear, flaps were on the left side of the airplane since it was designed as a single pilot airplane. And again, this was designed as a transport, so they did put 2 pilots on the airplane. The Heinkel behind us is the last one flying in the world. There's some in museums, I think in the United States here, and maybe 1 or 2 over in England. But this is the only Heinkel that flies regularly in the whole world.